Okay, we're here with Mark Miller after the warm-up session on race day. So, Mark, how did it go? How did the first session go?
Yeah, the warm-up went pretty good. We have bettered our best time for the weekend on a really used race tire without too much effort. So I think we've got a decent package for this bike and this rider to start the race. And I believe I'll drop another fair amount of lap time during the race. I haven't ridden around anybody all weekend. So I think when we get into the mix, and I'll be towed along a little bit, and then I'll see what the bike kind of likes to feel like at a higher rate of speed, on average. So I haven't really been pushing this bike like I would have if I had ridden it before here on a short circuit race or a couple times, a couple different race meets, because I just don't know what it's going to do, and I don't want to do anything stupid around here, and the Armco walls are not very forgiving. But I think as long as we get a good safe start and everybody gets through the first few corners, we'll have a nice package to get up into the tight stuff because it accelerates so well off the corners. I'm finding myself being able to outdrive some of the four-cylinders off the corner and then kind of zap them into the next corner. The thing's pretty good on the entrance now. The only time I can see us at a big disadvantage is on the straightaways. Sometimes I'll pass a guy over in the tighter stuff, and only to have them pass us back at the end of the straightaway. So not a lot we can do about that other than maybe try to tuck into the draft of a couple guys, if it's in a battle between a few riders, and maybe then on the brakes and through some of the twistier bits, see if we can't make a move and then gap enough is the goal for the next straightaway to be ineffective to allow them to pass back. So yeah, anyway, a safe 15 laps for everybody, all the riders. That's the number one goal. And hope that a top 10 would be like winning for this thing. I think top 15 is doable, and also that would be a nice, a pretty nice effort. 15th or better, considering the company of the riders that we're in, and also the level of machinery that we're up against. Some of these bikes are quite at a state of tune that is at a higher level than the AMA rules allow in the States, which is what this bike is geared towards. So anyway, no excuses. We've got a nice little bike here, and it's up to me to just put in a good couple laps and have a good laugh, and then go out for a beer.
How does the bike feel in race trim now?
Yeah, it's close. It's not perfect. I wouldn't mind one more session, to be honest, but we've got a little bit stiffer front end on it now. I can enter the corners a little bit deeper, a little bit better, higher corner speed. It's still just funky getting on the exits. The thing with the swing arm the way it is, without a true link underneath the bike that's connected to the shock, it's not optimum on the exit of some of these really wavy bumps that are like moguls. Like when you go snow skiing, there's these big fucking huge. And the bike is not terribly happy with some of the big wallowy bumps. It's a very stiff chassis, etc. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying riding her a lot. It's very cool.
So, Mark, how do you prepare for a race like this?
You stop drinking several days in advance because we get here so early. There's a few days of letting our hair down with the boys and getting home at the wee hours of the morning as the sun's coming up. So take a couple days of rest and get some rest. Try to get to bed. I was laying in bed at 9 p.m. this last night, and was probably asleep by 10, which is pretty unusual for me. But it's important because then you wake up more fresh, and I think it really does help you on the bike, especially after 15 laps around here is quite physical. And just yeah. Am I on Facebook?
Right, okay, thanks Mark for that, and we wish you all the best, and we'll see you out on track. Good stuff, cheers bud.